How do you monitor negative sentiment and resolve potential conflicts in your enterprise collaboration community? With 411 Labs Sherpa, analyzing thousands or millions of content records from support forums, communities, instant messages, and emails is an easy task. Let's take a look at this sentiment analysis dashboard provided by Sherpa. This dashboard is connected to 5 communication platforms: Slack, Microsoft Teams, email, Loom Apps, and Jive. In the top left corner, you can see the overall distribution of sentiment across all of the content from all of these platforms. The largest segment represents the content with neutral sentiment, which is typical for most communities in our experience. Let's hide this segment to focus on the outliers. The remaining content has mostly positive sentiment, which is a good sign of a healthy community. Let's take a look at the most troubling segment and focus on the content classified by Sherpa as hate speech. Once we click on this slice of the pie chart, the entire dashboard gets updated to show the statistics just for this segment. We can easily see that this content was written by 2 users and also can see their internal IDs, which uniquely identify the users without revealing their personal information. In this case, both troubling pieces of content were sent via email. We can quickly preview them and verify that, indeed, this content is completely inappropriate. Now we can pass these IDs to the HR and let them handle the growing internal conflict before it escalates into something bigger than just a heated conversation. Let's take a look at the content with negative sentiment. This content is not necessarily dangerous or requires HR attention, but you still need to pay attention to it. A piece of content with negative sentiment can spread across the community and may negatively influence it. And in the case of an external community, it could have been posted by an unhappy client, which you also want to address as soon as possible. Just like with the hate speech, clicking on this segment will help us to instantly see the statistics behind it. For example, we can find out who posted most of the content with negative sentiment, where it was published, and in what form. If the dashboard user has sufficient permissions, the system also will allow them to quickly find the piece of content in question on the platform where it was posted, and, if necessary, take a corrective action. Sherpa's sophisticated permission system allows fine-tuning access to sensitive content, such as personally identifiable information, on the need-to-know basis. This provides the necessary balance between safeguarding the user's privacy and the enterprise requirements. This dashboard will also allow you to filter and review all content across all platforms by using the 3 pie charts, located at the top, as filters. For example, let's look at the content with all types of sentiment. We can see that most content across all platforms was written by this one user. Let's click on this slice to select only the content written by this user. Note how Sherpa can combine content posted by the same user on different platforms, even though these platforms may use completely different non-federated accounts. Let's focus on Jive and select it as the target platform by clicking on this slice from the platform's pie chart. We can also focus on the specific type of Jive content and select just the discussions from the content types. This allows us to preview all messages posted to Jive discussions by this specific user. Now let's find someone who can help us to rewrite the articles with negative sentiment and make them more positive. More specifically, let's find someone in our community who already wrote a lot of content with positive sentiment. First, let's select only the positive content. We also want to find the author of relatively long posts. And we are only interested in the content posted recently. We can also search for the posts related only to social media. These filter settings show us the user who wrote most of the positive content across the enterprise community. Since this person is clearly an expert in writing high-quality content, we can ask them to help us improve the negative posts. Once the content is updated, Sherpa will automatically retrieve the new version of the document and reclassify it. Sherpa's sentiment analysis module uses state-of-the-art machine learning algorithms to ensure high precision of the results. Most importantly, it executes the sentiment analysis internally, without relying on the third-party APIs or sending any of your information to third parties. Sentiment analysis is just one of many capabilities offered by Sherpa to the community administrators, HR, and management. Sherpa automates and simplifies the community management and amplifies its value. If you're interested in learning more about your enterprise, contact 411 Labs on LinkedIn or via our website www.411labs.com. We make enterprise analytics awesome.